guys, Shauna Smallwood here. I ran across this article on the internet and I wanted to do a video on it because I think if I allowed this article that I stumbled across to guide me on, a message that I should be telling you, then I think the communication would be pretty clear. This article is by, it looks like it's a blog by Theta Spring, Breathe, Listen, Change. And the author is, looks like, I don't even know if I can pronounce this lady's name. Raven Orleanius. Arlenius. Okay, so it's a blog post and it's entitled 12 Little Known Laws of Karma That Will Change Your Life. And I think this is pretty, when I read it I was like, oh my gosh, this is so applicable to my channel. So going through the laws of karma, I was able to pull out some things from it that are also in my book. So the first law obviously is the Great Law, and this is what everybody generally refers to as karma. It says, as you know, as you sow, so shall you reap, which you reap what you sow. This is also known as the law of cause and effect, which whenever we talk about, karma, the karma train, karma's coming to get you, whatever, karma will always have my back. That's what we're talking about. You reap what you sow. And if it says, if what we want is happiness, peace, love, and friendship, and this is pretty interesting because it says then we should be, and it uses all caps BE, happy, peaceful, loving, and true, a true friend. Which, I literally say that in my book, so it's kind of wild. Whatever we put out into the universe is what comes back to us, and that's kind of like the law of attraction, isn't it? That's what we're taught as far as the law of attraction is concerned. Negativity, gossip, revenge, anger, hate speech, spite, violence, greed. If you put that out into the universe, you're going to get it back. Somehow, some way, you're going to get it back. But it also refers to the good deeds that we do. Love, forgiveness, unconditional love and acceptance, humility, giving to charity, gratitude, friendship, loyalty, and faithfulness. So I think if you are going to look at the law of karma and the law of attraction together, it's pretty clear to see what you put out, you get back. I mean, that's not like a lesson I'm teaching you. That's definitely a generally accepted principle. Okay, so law number 2 is the law of creation. Life doesn't just happen. It requires our participation. Do something. Don't just think about it, be in your head. Do it. If you want to manifest something, you have to take the steps to manifest it. We are all one with the universe, both inside of us and outside of us. So our external environment is a mirror of our thoughts. So think about that for a second. Whatever surrounds us gives us clues to our inner state of mind. I just said that. Whatever we think about is what our environment looks like. So if I thought, oh, I'm broke, I'm going to be broke, my bank account will be broke. If I thought, I'm rich, my bank account will be rich. If I think, oh, I'm disorganized, I'm so sloppy, my house will be dirty and disorganized and cluttered, right? Whatever you think about, you bring into existence. If you think you're a good friend, you have good friends. If you think you're a bad friend, you have bad friends. So it's all in how you think about yourself. Be yourself, surround yourself with what you want to have in your life. So if you're hanging around with negative people and you're not being authentic to yourself, or you have a truth, you want to say something to somebody, and your throat chakra is blocked, and you just can't speak your truth, you want to stew on it for a couple of days, you're not being true to yourself. Surround yourself with what you want in your life, and the people you want in your life. And then you will be it. You will be, if you want honest, ride or die friends, people that are loyal to you, then be loyal to people and be a ride or die to yourself. So I think that's pretty important, because I literally talk about this in my book. So it's kind of, when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, my whole entire book's about karma. But anyway, the law of humility. You can't change something if you refuse to accept it. Now, this is pretty important. And it also goes into this, everything I'm talking about on this channel, and the deep underlying lesson of my book. If you are trapped inside of your negative emotions, and you are on your hamster wheel, and you know you don't want to be there, you want to change it. You want to change how you feel about yourself and about your life, and you want your life to change. If you refuse to accept that your life needs to change, and you have to do, certain steps, do certain things in order for your life to change, then it'll never change. It's like the definition of insanity. If you keep repeating the same exact things over and over and over again, expecting a different result, you're not only never going to get it, but you're going to feel psycho. You're going to feel crazy. Like, why isn't this, am I going crazy? Why isn't my life changing? That kind of thought. Why am I still in this pattern? Why am I still in this emotion? Jump off the hamster wheel and literally be who you want to be. Say what you want to say. Be true to yourself. Be real. Be real with yourself. Be real with your friends and your family. Be real. If you're trapped inside of that negative emotion, and you're continuously trying to, you're continuously listening to your ego as to the lies or excuses it's telling you to stay trapped in that emotion, you're doing it to yourself. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, if what we see as an enemy, or someone with a character trait that we find to be negative, then we ourselves are not focused on a higher level of existence. That's law number 3, still, by the way. So I say in my book, what we resist persists. I also said it in the first letter to the soul, in chapter 1. What we resist persists. It's the law of attraction. It is manifestation. It's your thought process. It's your thinking pattern. If we consciously choose not to see it, we no longer create the existence of it. So, if we consciously choose not to see the problem, then if we consciously choose not to see the problem, then we will continue to not see the problem. If we consciously choose not, done lost what I was thinking about. In other words, if we focus on, let me give you an example instead, because I can't put this into words. If you are being bullied, or somebody's dogging the crap out of you, since social media seems to be the trend for the week, let's just go there. If someone's dogging you on social media and you choose not to see it, you choose not to listen to it, it's not going to affect you. You're choosing not to have it in your existence, right? So I think I have 60 or 70 people blocked on my social media. Just negative people I don't want anything to do with. Whatever they're saying on social media isn't in my existence because I can't see it. I chose not to see it. Does that make sense? So, in the real world, if you are in a cycle of repetitively attracting bad people to your life, people that hurt you, people that are going to intentionally use you over and over and over again. If you choose to not have those people in your life, then they'll no longer exist in your life. But you have to identify your boundaries first, which goes into my book. That's kind of the missing step of that. But this is just a blog post about karma laws. So there should be more information in this particular law because it's not really giving you all the information that you need to exercise that law, if you will. Okay, so number 4, the law of growth. Wherever you go, there you are. It's literally what it says, quote unquote. For us to grow in spirit, it is we who must change, not the people or places or things around us. That goes again with what we resist persists, because you are who you hang out with, is what my grandmother used to tell me. If you're going to hang out with low-life, loser, jerk faces, then that's who you're going to get. And that's who you're going to look like. And that's how other people are going to perceive you. Boy, isn't that the truth, right? If I'm hanging out with some jerk, right, or a bunch of jerks, then people that don't even know me will perceive me as one. And that is, my whole last 3 years, I think, proved that. So that's definitely true. So if you choose to hang out or associate with negative people, then boom, you're living inside their vibration, and all of a sudden you vibrate just like they do on a lower level. You need to consciously choose to elevate yourself. Take the high road is what we would say for this law. Take the high road. Choose to elevate at a higher level. Just focus on a higher level of existence. I'm not saying say you're better than them. I'm saying take your mentality to a higher level. You have to be you have to be vibrating at a pretty low level to resonate with negative people. That's all I'm saying there. I think that's what that's saying. Okay, the only given we have in our lives is ourselves, and that is the only factor we have control over. Okay, so yeah, nobody can change your life but you. My mother said that to me when I was 19 years old. It's like the best thing I ever heard. If you want your life to change, you are the only one that's going to change it. You can't expect other people. You can't search for happiness in another person. You have to find happiness in yourself. That's what that's saying. You have to choose, consciously make a decision to go after what you want. Go for what you want in all senses of the term, and do not let anybody stop you, because it's your life. At the end of the day, you're not going to lay on your deathbed and talk to your haters, right? Like, no, you're going to talk to your children. You're going to talk to your children on your deathbed. You are not going to talk to your haters. So it does not matter what they think. That's why it's none of your business what they think, because it's none of your business what they think, because they're not allowed into your energy field if you don't want them to be there. That's the whole purpose or premise behind it's none of your business what other people think about you. Clearly, it's none of my business what you think about me. It's not. It's not my business, so I don't even need to hear it. I choose to not have, I mean, if you want to, praise me, then I'll listen to that, right? But if you're going to, put me down, I'll just block it. Bye. I'll just block it. It's not, I don't need it in my energy field, and that's a boundary because I love myself. That's a boundary. You're not coming in. You're not coming into my energy field. All right, so choose who you are in your heart, and your life will follow. That is the other way of saying follow your heart, and everything else will follow. It's just the other way of saying it. if you choose who you are in your heart, you have to make the decision of who you are first. It's not just follow your heart. We don't want to, if you follow your unhealed, Band-Aid blocked up heart, then you're going to go in a circle, which is what the book's about. Like, you're going to go in that cycle. Just take the Band-Aids off, heal, and then follow your heart. Find out who you are, and then follow your heart, okay? Number 5 is the law of responsibility. Whenever there's something wrong in my life, there's something wrong in me, right? And this is sort of like the twin flame effect. It's a mirror, and it goes with social circles as well. We mirror what surrounds us, and what surrounds us mirrors us. This is the universal truth, is what it says. So, talking about the mirror a little bit. If we are all energy, as Gaia says, right? If we're all energy, everything in this room is energy, that chair behind me is energy, the curtains, the shirt I'm wearing, my ponytail holder, this video camera, this desk that I keep beating up and knocking around. If we're all energy, then if I am in a bad mood, then everything around me is going to mirror that. The camera's going to get on my nerves. The curtains are going to fall down. The chair is going to be uncomfortable when I sit down to eat my lunch. That's what that means. So, in the social circles, if you are surrounded by people that are negative and just talk about you or whatever, talk bad about you, or just not very happy people. Let's just say, you have that negative Nancy friend that's just constantly, Debbie Downer on a trip, or constantly talking about all of the negative things or posting negative things on social media. That's your social circle. And then you start to adapt to that emotion, that vibe, right? So it's incredibly important to block out negative people from your social circles. If you're not going to vibrate good vibes, I don't want you around me. Like, I don't even want to be around you. That's where I'm at, and it's so important because, number one, I'm an empath. So I could literally walk into a McDonald's and, order my food and sit down. I don't usually eat in, but whatever. I don't even usually eat McDonald's, but I'm just using it as an example. If I walked into a McDonald's and ordered my food and sat down, I would literally be able to pick out the saddest person in the room. Suddenly, I feel sad. And then I'm looking around the room trying to figure out who it is. Right? And when I was in high school, and even middle school, I would get up from the lunch table and go sit beside the saddest person in the room. I've always done that all my life. I don't do it now because I'm afraid somebody's going to, whip out a gun or something. The violence in the world is crazy. And then I realize I have to really focus on my mood because I'm an empath. Some people would, if people don't understand the empath dynamic, they would call this person bipolar. I'm not bipolar. What I am is an empath. If you're in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. Especially if you're my significant other or something. If you're in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. Bad mood. If one of my children are in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. I have to get them out of their bad mood so I can get back on my vibe. It's a lot of work. Empaths, they have to consciously make an effort to control their mood because of their exterior environment. So, but the mirror effect, as far as the social circles are concerned, that's what it means. Whether you're an empath or not, everybody still is energy, and everybody vibrates at a certain level. So if you come across somebody that is vibrating down here, it's like a tug of war. You're going to be like, the lower energy has the potential to win unless you consciously know that you're being pulled down. And most people don't consciously know that. And that is, that's what that is. The responsibility part of it is in my book I talk about, you have to take responsibility for learning the lesson as to why you went through the experience. If you just, I know that's kind of vague, and the book talks about, like, gives you a little help on that, but if you start right here, with this karmic law of law number 5, the law of responsibility, if you recognize the fact that the person, mother, father, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, friend, child, sibling, if you recognize that they were vibrating at a lower level during a certain situation that hurt you, if you look at it from that perspective, trying to find out, try to find out why they were vibrating at a lower level, and then turn it, like, understand why they were vibrating at a lower level. It's your responsibility to find the lesson in what that experience taught you, right? And it's your responsibility to learn from it, not just recognize the lesson. Learn the lesson, learn the karma, learn the lesson. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening, just like a mirror, right? And using this information, you could actually, whatever that person was going through, you could go back and mirror it back to them and heal that person, if you cared enough, heal that person from whatever they were going through that caused them, cause and effect, to vibrate at a lower level, and help them heal from it. Help them understand why they were vibrating at a lower level, what the lesson was, and how they can learn from it. Right? So now you're being a good friend by helping this person learn from the lesson of why they were vibrating at such a lower level. And when I say vibrating at a lower level, I am talking about sadness. I'm talking about the continued cycle. I'm talking about the hamster wheel. I'm talking about the cycle. I'm talking about the template. I'm talking about everything you've ever known in your life that made you the person you are right now. Like the cycle. Right? That's my house phone. I didn't even think anybody had my number. But anyway, so number 6, find the law of connection. Okay? That can be kind of deep, right? Even if something we do seems inconsequential, it is very important that it gets done, as everything in the universe is connected. So all of the energy of the universe is connected. And we're connected. I'm connected to you. You're connected to me. If we're all connected, every single step matters. Take baby steps. Take a gigantic step. Take baby steps. Take any step. Every step that you take matters on a universal level. So, and I think if you get on YouTube and watch some of the Law of Attraction or inspirational videos from TED, or Denzel Washington has a good series on the Law of Attraction. Something's bringing to my mind a video I watched a couple of months ago. Denzel Washington said, baby steps. If you take a single step, one step, every single day, just one step every single day, to closer to your dreams, you will get there faster than being stuck in your head thinking about your dreams. It's like, it makes so much sense. But the problem is, people are on that hamster wheel inside of their negative emotion, and where ego's telling them they're safe. Some people are afraid of success. Well, that's crazy. Isn't that what you want? Don't you want to be able to, buy your children whatever they need without worrying about how you're going to pay the electric bill? Every single step matters on a universal level. If you sit there in your head and say, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready for love, I'm not ready for riches, I'm not ready to take this step because I don't have the education, then that's the ego, making excuses. I don't have the education, I'm not graduated from school yet. every baby step matters, okay, on a universal